Guys, it's news time again. Welcome back for another edition of Daily Blue Weekly. Gabe, I am slowly starting to realise the blokes that I take the piss out of on job sites, the ones that rock up covered in shit and with giant cans of energy drink, I am slowly becoming one.
You're becoming everything you hate.
Everything I fucking hate.
You're wearing Birks as well.
I'm wearing Birks. I've done nothing but make fun of Birks and people who drink energy drinks, and here I am, sit with a pair of Birkenstocks on, sipping a fucking 500ml mother.
Hey, but much like them, you got to do what you got to do.
You got to get it done.
You made a commitment to turn up, and you got to do what you got to do to turn up.
I need this caffeine to bring the people the news. Guys, welcome to episode 7.
I think we're at 7.
Episode 7 of Daily Blue Weekly. Gabe, how you going, mate? What's happening?
Mate, I'm going very well. Before we dive into the catch-up, I wanted to address the listeners of Daily Blue Weekly. Now, if you're not in the Daily Blue newsroom on Facebook, the Facebook group, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Get in there. It's where we have a laugh. But there was a post made by a listener of the show, John. And if you listened last week, Blue and I talked a little bit about manscaping.
We did. It was mentioned.
And John had something to say about it. He said, guys, don't worry about getting manscaped or shaving. Got to step it up and get waxed. There's blood, screams, sweat, and tears, but it's definitely worth it, which I'm not sure if I believe. After 4 months or so, you will thank me. There's nothing like feeling a freshly waxed scrotum. Got to do your ass as well, but got to go the whole way with a waxed ass. It doesn't matter if you wipe sitting down, standing up, front to back, back to front. It's silky smooth. Trust me. Give it a go.
Sounds like a fair rap for getting waxed.
Yeah, I mean, and when you have a look at old John there, he just doesn't strike me as a fella that would go waxing.
If you were to judge a book by its cover, that bloke doesn't whack his asshole and testicles just from looking at that display picture. Hey, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. John obviously enjoys it.
and I respect him for it. And he's I had the bright idea of commenting, if the potty gets 1,000 5-star ratings on Spotify, I'll do it. And the stars jumped as soon as I made that comment. So if you haven't heard and you're a fan of the podcast, if we can get to 1,005 stars, I'll get the scrot waxed and we'll put it on YouTube or something.
If that's not incentive for the people to give us 5 stars, then nothing will. If that doesn't get us 1,000 5-star ratings, then nothing will. So you are going on the record saying that if we get 1,000 5-star ratings on Spotify, you will get your testicles and asshole waxed.
I'm a man of the people and I'm a man of my word, Bluey. So guys, I'll do it. And if we get to 5,000 stars, we'll make Bluey do something.
If that sounds like something you're interested in, you know what to do. But enough about your asshole and testicles. What's been happening?
Yeah. Enough of the chit chat plugging away. Mate, over the weekend I went and watched the mighty South Sydney Rabbitohs not put a cricket score on the Tigers, which I'm shocked by.
In your hometown too.
Yeah, which was really awesome. Got to see one of my best mates, young fellas finally, which was really really cute.
Really queer.
Really queer. What a loser. No, it was, and what is really queer about it is I started tearing up when I saw him, man. I'm such a little bitch when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah, that's queer. No, that's nice.
I saw him on the floor and he was like, oh, that's your Uncle Gabe. And I was like, shut up, man.
Yeah, that's really cute. That's nice. How old is he?
Oh, he's not a year yet, but
that's cute.
Yeah, it took me too long to see him, but I was grateful to have the opportunity to meet little Paxton.
Glad you got to meet little Paxton.
And I got stuck back into work yesterday. And
how are you finding the work life? Well, the life of the toiler,
mate. Like it's because I'm doing it casually that I am enjoying it. Like I'm enjoying getting to leave the house and go to work and spend a day at work.
A bit of novelty.
It is, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that like it's sick going to work. But because for me it feels like a bit of like a change, I get to have that luxury.
That's good. I had that when I came back from holidays. The first 2 days back at work, I was like pumped to be at work.
Yeah,
you have that when it's like you know, they say a change is as good as a holiday. That's good. Enjoy that.
But for a lot of people out there, they get stuck in the mundane routine, and you know what? Make a change.
It's their fucking fault.
But my workload yesterday was a bit harder than picking up rubbish. Why? I was on the shovels. Yeah, that's garden tough. Beds. Had to dismount a garden bed, and there's more soil in those cunts than you'd fucking think.
Yeah.
And we didn't it was a job that probably needed like a bobcat or something. And you've got 3 cunts on a shovel and a wheelbarrow, no ramp to put it up on the back of the truck. So you're lifting the wheelbarrow up and like turning it. And it's a good way to get a fucking saw back.
Manual labour.
Yeah, you're lifting shit all day. I've done a fucking couple barrows.
Yeah, but I'm used to it.
Yeah.
It's like when you're not used to it, it's fucking, that's when you hurt yourself.
I was very careful because I've hurt myself lifting up before.
I'm a conditioned athlete with this stuff, so fuck, how good.
I'd be buggered after a day what you do.
How you finding the early starts and everything?
I'm all right when they're like, I'll just get up and smack a coffee. I normally shower in the morning, but if I got work, I don't.
I don't shower before work.
Nah.
Shower after work. Nice hot. Nothing better if you've had a bit, especially this time of year, it's still a bit cool. Coming home like covered in shit as I am literally every fucking episode.
Yeah,
so
every time everyone on
it's
the
good for
internet sees
audio listeners probably don't understand the fucking. I'm like a piece of shit when I come into your house. I just trudge mud and dirt, and then I just sit on your couch and fucking flop around and touch things, and I'm covered in shit.
I wouldn't have it any other way, mate.
Nah, it's good. That's what I do to bring people the news. But nothing. There's not much better after a big day than a fucking hot, like a piping hot shower.
Showers hit, bro.
Oh, it's different. And then just fucking panning out on the lounge. That's what it's about.
If you're not doing like a manual labour job, and I'm sure you probably know this, like your job is easier and like physically, obviously, I'm not saying all like office jobs are easy, but showers hit different and beers hit different. Like it's just if you're not enjoying shit, go do a manual labour job and you will enjoy those small things again.
Food hits different.
Bro, I had a great smoko too out Swansea. It was like chili chicken or chicken chili or something.
Next to the pub there on the main road.
It's kind of on a main
on the
road.
highway.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten there, but I've driven past it many a time.
If we're ever out that way, you should do it too, because it was fucking grouse.
Try to avoid Swansea if I can.
Understandable.
It's a fucking shithole. But it's good being home. Good time at home for the footy.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. My mate put me up. Shout out Brody, and we had a good time.
Shout out Brody.
And at home, back in Tamworth, a listener of the show came and saw me after the footy. Actually, shout out to you. I'll get your name up.
Was it Luke?
Maybe. I think his last name's Curry.
I think it was Luke.
Nathan Curry. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you coming up to me. That was fucking awesome.
Nathan was the man who also, he hit the dial-ins last week and he ate, I believe, 5 pastries.
He did some damage at the pie mechanic.
He was at the pie mechanic reviewing some food for us and he ate fucking 5 pastries and told us how every one of them was. So shout out Nathan.
Yeah, thanks, Nathan. Oh, yeah, that was fucking awesome. But Blue, enough about me. How was your weekend, mate? Your week?
Weekend was awesome again. So I had another one of the boys, another one of the day ones, was back from out of town. So the week before it was me.
He was back from Swansea.
Yeah, he was back from Swansea. No, this is a fellow back from WA who I'd never see. Maybe once a year if I'm lucky. So that was absolute schooner storm on Friday. Was ruled out from footy late with a hamstring strain on Thursday night. So it meant I could get right up the piss on Friday.
What is that excuse?
Yeah, schooner storm Friday night. Woke up very dusty Saturday. Just in time, I was like, shit, better go watch the boys play footy. Trundled up to the footy. Was just had a can of Coke and a sausage roll. Was like, there's no way I'm having any beers. Then we get back to the club for Prezzo. Freakishly, karaoke night.
Oh.
And they club put the piss on. So it was free beers and karaoke.
Yeah. How do you say no?
Launched straight back on the piss on Saturday. Obviously hammered Nickelback at karaoke.
Obviously.
I did. This is how you remind me. I'll try and get some footage for the newsroom just to entice you guys to join the newsroom.
I need to see that.
I'll get some footage of that and chuck it in the newsroom because it was I was fucked up.
Yeah, I need to see that. That's fucking awesome.
I was fucking blind. And Sunday didn't get off the lounge, much to my beautiful girlfriend's disgust. I was fucking just going between the fridge and the lounge like footy, sleep. And then fucking, this week's been hard again.
Yeah, well, we did a podcast Monday too.
We did a podcast with
Sunday Service boys.
Sunday Service, Bradley Bishop, Taylor Croftree. We recorded a podcast Monday night. Was so tired, but we did it. And then thought I had COVID yesterday.
Ooh.
But I was just realised I'd been on the piss all weekend. I was so tired and I was
Need
like,
another can of Coke.
I was a bit sweaty in that and I was like, fuck, you've got COVID again. And then I was like, no, you were drinking all weekend, mate. And then felt good today. Managed to get back to the gym this morning and here we are. bringing the people the news. So it's just been another one of those classic weeks after a weekend off the piss. It's just been hard, but we're here.
Do you have another weekend on the piss coming up, mate?
I've got nothing
Not
now.
on paper.
Nothing. Well, I wasn't meant to be on it last weekend, but I've got nothing. So I'm doing a bit of overtime this weekend. I'm still out with the hamstring, so I'll work this weekend. Mm-hmm. I'll work the next weekend, and then we're in the finals for footy. So, which is good, but it also means at any moment Mad Monday could happen. Because if we got a good side and we could give it a shake, but if we get knocked out, then it's Mad Monday. So I need to stay off it until Mad Monday because I can't. That's
the rule you're trying to put on yourself right now.
That's going to be like 2 to 3 days of hard drinking.
Yeah.
So I need to be fresh for that. I can't go into that. I can't have a big weekend. And then go into Mad Monday. That's just insanity.
Yeah, of course.
So I've got to be like mind, body, wallet, soul, everything fucking tip top before that happens. Because if you do it properly, it takes every bit of you.
Well, of course.
And this is not officially announcing my retirement from the game of rugby league, but I do not plan on playing footy again. So this should be my last Mad Monday. So I'm going to do it properly. So I need to be fucking ready to go.
Well, as much as I don't want you to get knocked out of the comp. I hope you go through and win it. But I'm excited for the podcast after the Mad Monday. Oh, that being said, maybe there won't be a lot. I'll tip you up. There
will not be a podcast after that week. We will miss a week and I'll reconvene, or to be late, or to be delayed. Yeah. But anyway, that's all future problems. We're not living in the future. We're living in the now.
The present.
And do you know what happens now? Is this fucking news time. Let's go. All right, we've got some international news to kick us off this week, and this headline got my attention for a couple of reasons. Japanese man spends $14,000 on a custom-made collie dog costume. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to have a good look at this, but for those of you listening, I'm going to do my best to describe it to you. Or should we just play the video?
Yeah, we can play a little bit of the video.
We can play a little bit of the video for you guys.
Just do 30 seconds or so. Now, for audio listeners, there is a pretty giant dog roaming a dog park, as it seems. It's fucking rolling over.
At first glance, it looks like an animatronics dog, almost like a robotic dog, in the way that it's moving. To look at it, looks like a dog, but it's moving a bit stiff and it's sort of rolling around. This is a human being in this costume.
Yes.
And is that his missus with him? There's a lady with him, patting the dog and giving it directions and stuff. I'm assuming that's his wife.
Yeah, I'm unsure. Maybe someone who's just also in on, I guess, the fetish, the habit.
It's a fetish.
The hobby.
These are like, you know what furries are? Are you aware of what furries are?
Term. So you think he's bricked up while he's doing that?
I think this is like a deep, he's gone deep. It's like Inception, like he's too deep in the furry fetish. And this so he's just in a dog park with a very expensive, very good, very convincing.
It's pretty convincing.
It's nice.
Like if it was sitting still, you'd be like, oh, fucking, that's just a giant collie.
Yeah. It's it's a very odd thing to do.
I've got some excerpts from it. As reported from New York Post, the unidentified man who goes by Toko online last week shared a video of his first public walk on his YouTube channel. The video, which features Toko donning a realistic collie costume, sees the man interacting with humans while also rolling around on the ground, playing in a dog-like nature.
I mean, you got to have a hobby.
Yeah.
Some people, we think that's weird, but some people think two guys sitting around talking to nobody in a camera is also weird.
That's a great point. Where he hating on him, but maybe he'd be like, look at these two fucking idiots.
Yeah, he'd probably in his dog costume, laughing at us.
In a separate interview, Toko expressed his fear of telling his friends about his desire to become a dog.
Yeah, you should be scared. You shouldn't tell anyone that.
I want to become a dog. I don't even want to dress as one. I don't want to do it every now and then.
Yeah.
The term used is become.
That's a rational fear. He should have been scared to tell his friends, because any friend worth a pinch of salt would tell you you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
If your mates are any good, they would tell you bro, get help.
100%.
You know, when you got I always think when I meet people who behave strangely or are awkward out, I'm like, you obviously didn't have mates that told you pull your head in, don't do that, whatever. this bloke obviously didn't have any mates that were like, what's wrong? Why do you need
a dog, man?
a dog? Like, do you want to?
Also, pick a sicker dog.
Yeah, Collie's an odd. Collie's like they're a not. It's like a Lassie dog. He looks like
Yeah.
Lassie. It's an odd breed to go for. Like what? Oh, here's one. What would you go for?
So I think
like if you were,
yeah.
and it doesn't have to reflect your personality. Like what do you want to be?
If I was going to be a dog,
Yeah.
I think you got to be like a pretty like big skits dog. So you'd probably go.
Oh,
like,
you're going for intimidation factor.
Yeah, I mean, because like my human body isn't embodying.
So
that.
you need to.
You know, I'm in this fantasy world where I get to become a alpha fucking skits cunt.
You're going like a wolf. You're going like wolf almost.
Well, I'm thinking more like mastiff, mastiff, and like the short hair. They look pretty sick.
Yeah. See, I'd go something like I know this is gonna. No. I'd go like I would try and reflect my personality in my dog. Like I just go retriever
Chihuahua.
straight up.
Oh.
Well, I'm retriever. Oh, Chihuahua. Yeah. Fuck, yap, little yappy fucking.
Little yap.
Yeah.
I would be a yappy white dog.
Well,
I'm just
a
personalities.
I'm just a big dumb retriever. I'm just like what's going, like no idea what's going on all the time. Like pretty friendly. Like I'd do that. But yeah, what did he spend 14 grand on it?
14 grand. He also said, I
mean, people spend 14 grand on drugs. Like it's a healthy. I mean, by comparison.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a great point. And
he spent 14 grand on
joy out of it.
Didn't spend 14 grand on meth. So.
And like, you know what? It's almost like a acid trip for him. Like if he can fully embody the experience, he's like, oh, I fully am a dog now. He's like a different dimension in a way.
And you know what? Dogs do fucking rule.
Yeah.
Like,
he wouldn't if
the more I talk about it, the more I'm coming around to the idea.
We're furries.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm
I think furries want to fuck him, so
yeah. But like it is weird, but like I mean it's kind of like if you think of it just objectively, like he's just pretending to be a dog. Dogs rule. Like he's just rolling around like pretending to be a dog.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute.
It's quite sweet. You know, like, you ever seen like a little toddler like pretend to be a puppy and shit?
You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
oh, it's so cute.
It sounds weird on the surface, but we're like, fuck, if it makes him happy, then fucking who cares?
I'm with you, mate. I definitely agree. Am I going to tell the cunt?
It is weird, and
he's a weirdo.
And if one of my mates did come to me and say that, I would be like, don't
tell me that again.
Keep that to yourself.
Because I will embarrass you. You can tell me once, and that's your warning. I'm warning. We're going to pretend you didn't say that.
Get help.
He also said, I rarely tell my friends because I'm afraid they'll think I'm too weird, as we said.
For sure.
My friends and family seemed very surprised to learn I became an animal. No shit, Toko.
Well,
no shit. I don't want my hobbies to be known, especially by people I work with. Fucking oath.
Well, Toko, everyone knows now, mate, because you posted on YouTube. And they made it to Daily Blue Weekly, which is...
You're big time, Toko.
Now you're in the shit. All right, this next headline got my attention in a big way. Gabe, you just put it in our show notes as quit your job and play Uno instead. Now, two things I love doing are quitting my job and the game of Uno. Now, everyone thinks they're a fucking gun Uno player. I think I'm fucking pretty handy at Uno.
You actually rate yourself highly?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
But let's go into this first and then I'll tell you why. So how the fuck can we more importantly, how can I get 17 grand to play Uno?
Well, unfortunately, mate, we're not from the state of New York, so I don't think we're a shot. But you can now get paid $17K just to play Uno for a month.
That's amazing.
Unfortunately, it's borderline a marketing ploy.
Okay.
Mattel, the creators of Uno, is looking for an ultimate Uno fan to play its new game and get paid $4,444 for 4 weeks.
Per week for 4 weeks.
Yes. They want people to play and teach people their new game called Uno Quattro, which combines a classic game of 4 in a row with the iconic Uno strategy game.
Okay.
So you're not getting that, known game of Uno.
You can't just lounge around with the boys playing Uno and get your $17K for it.
Which they'd like you to believe. But I can't knock the marketing. I mean, I'm sure we're not the only person to be talking about this. This isn't the only news outlet to be posting about it.
Well, that is like the people talk about the pod life. Like you would love to be a podcaster full time. Fucking the Uno life is a very close second. When my old job, we would have a lot of downtime in between jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Like we would build something in the morning. We'd have potentially 4 or 5 hours to kill. We would play Uno.
Yeah.
For fucking 4 or 5 hours at a time. Like just have piss breaks and get a bit of food. And
Hold on. So you were this person. You were getting paid to play Uno.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I loved it so much. That's why I know this job is for me.
Is this about me?
Yeah. But Yeah, I mean, Uno is a lot of fun. But then there's always huge conjecture about the rules. Like everyone plays slightly differently.
Yep.
Everyone obviously thinks their rules are the ones. There's always like you can't put a fucking, or someone will put a draw 4 down, then you've got to call the colour. Then if they've got a draw 2, you know, I mean, everyone plays a little bit differently, which annoys me because you think you're a gun, then you get together with people and they're like, no, you can't do that. And I'm like,
this whole group's like, that's not the rules.
and I'm like, well, that's how I fucking win all the time, cunt. So now I'm in the shit.
Yep.
So, but it is and it gets heated too.
Agreed.
Yeah.
How about this? So I am the type of person, because I'm aware of these people that you're dealing with. Whenever I'm playing a new card game, I go, what rules are we playing?
And you have to.
Yeah.
Especially with Uno. You'd be like, can you put
a 2 on a 4?
Can we put draw 2s on draw 2s? And like, and some people say, and then.
What do you think?
Well, yes, you can.
2s on 2s for
2s
sure.
on 2s is good. 4s on 4s. If you've got a 4.
But there's no like 2s on 4s.
No, but some people will be like.
Yeah, so you don't play that?
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But some people will be like, say I hit you with a draw 4. Some fucking sickos out there. And if you're listening to this and you're one of these people, find a new podcast because I don't like this. No, don't. Sorry. Give us 5 stars, please. But some fucking perverts will go, if I hit you with a draw 4,
yes,
and they'll go, what colour? And say I go yellow and you have a yellow draw 2, just by chance, they'll be able to put the draw 2 and give 6 to the next person. I don't like that.
That is a pretty fucked. I kind of like it. I've never played that, but I kind of like giving that person a chance.
I don't like it. I don't love it. I'm a little bit old school with how I play my Uno.
I've played it the way you play it.
I play fucking old school rules. I play street rules.
This talking games rules is
I fucking love it. I love a good game of Uno, especially if you're having a beer, a couple of stubbies, starts getting aggressive. There's a bit of sledging going on. People getting personal, talking about people's mums and stuff. It's fucking. I play hard. I play the game hard.
You play hard and you play to win.
Yeah, fucking oath.
What about a pub, right? You go to have a game of pool. Now, I think that, I don't know if it's because I've moved or if I'm playing with cunts who like don't care for the game of pool. Surely you've heard the term Queensland rules thrown around in New South Wales about playing pool. Have you heard people say this? I
have not. I can honestly say I haven't.
Really?
I'm not a big pool guy when I go out there. I'm more of a schooner guy. Yeah. I just focus on my schooners.
So basic pool rules, it's like you have to hit your own ball. Or like you have to hit a ball. Like, but you know, there's a bunch of fouls and shit. But like heaps of cunts I play with like just don't want to play fouls at all. Like there's no 2-shot rules. And
You gotta play
You got to play 2-shot rules.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
There's got to be some kind
Otherwise,
of.
why the fuck are we playing?
What are we doing here? Let's just fucking go home and fucking finger ourselves.
Thank you, Bluey.
Yeah.
And I was always under the impression that if you don't play fouls, that's Queensland rules. And I'm hearing cunts throw the Queensland rules at me now, and it's pissing me off.
It's one of those things that just got lost in translation.
Yeah.
I know, you got to play fouls. Otherwise, like, what are we doing
I
here?
may as well just like do something fucked.
I'll just go and sit on the fucking queue. Like, what are we doing here?
Thank you, mate. Thank you. You're liberating me.
Told you, mate. I play old school. But no, yeah, that is a misleading headline. But I would love to. Ideally, my dream week would go do the pod Monday, and then just get the rest of the week just play Uno for 5 or 6 hours a day and get $7,000 a week. That'd be nice.
That'd be fucking
or
handy.
$14,000 a week or whatever they were promising. All right, we're heading back to the Orient now, and a Chinese zoo has been forced to deny that some of its bears are just little people in costumes.
Which would be awesome.
Now, we're back to people dressing up as animals again. Yeah, and I did think this was heaps funny, and I did also think that, you know, obviously here in the West, we get fed a lot of anti-Chinese rhetoric.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is just the West bagging on China. Oh, no, actually, what I did think was that it was actually just going to be a shitty Chinese zoo with a little man dressed up as a bear. And when you look at the video footage, it does look like a little man dressed up as a bear.
Bro, that looks like a person in a bear costume.
It does.
Undeniably.
And this zoo has been forced to come out and go, no, it's not a little person in a bear costume. It's a real bear. That's just what they do. So.
If you're listening at home, Googling it, and if you're watching on YouTube, I would have put a photo up there for you now.
There is a little bit of footage. Do you want to play the footage?
Yeah, play the footage. We'll show you a little bit of it. That's a man in a bear suit, bro.
Footage. It's standing. So if you're listening to this bear is standing bolt upright on 2 feet like just staring at the punters, and it just sits down, and then it's standing exactly like a person does. It's insane. And because of the way it's standing, there's like creases in its fur, which just looks like a costume.
I've never seen a bear look like that. And I guess that's like, you often see grizzlies, you often see these black bears. And I'm sure there's a zillion breeds of bear that I don't know.
This is a sun bear. Yes. These are called sun bears, which I hadn't heard of before. But it's standing up looking just like a person. I just think it's very funny that someone's been with their family and they're like watching this bear carry on and they've gone, that's fucking bullshit. I'm fucking ringing this zoo.
Fucking hell.
And the zoos had to come out and make a statement and be like, look, we know what it looks like. These are bears. These are bears. That's hilarious. That is so funny.
Oh, some cunt has just gone there and been like, yo, that's not a fucking bear. That is so funny.
Do you have any good memories from the zoo? I haven't been to the zoo for a very long time. Do you have any like good zoo memories, or like did you ever go to the zoo? Is there a zoo out your way?
I think the one rural zoo, which I don't even know is still going, was
Dubbo
Dubbo
Zoo?
Zoo.
Dubbo Zoo?
I've never been to Dubbo Zoo.
Yeah, Dubbo Zoo. I remember we used to hit the reptile park a lot when we were younger. So like down on the Central Coast, there's the Australian Reptile Park. They always had like the crocs and stuff. But I remember I went when I was young, and they had one croc that was like the big dog. It was called Eric. I think his name was Eric, and this thing was fucking huge. And I think, say I went when I was like 6. I remember seeing this thing just being like, holy fuck. And then I remember going again when I was older, and it wasn't that, everything's bigger when you're young. And I remember seeing this thing like, this is fucking sucks.
Yeah, was it Eric? Was it
It was
Eric?
the same croc.
It was Eric again.
I remember it being enormous. And then I must have gone like when I was older for fuck knows why.
Yeah.
Fuck knows why you're going to the reptile park over the age of 6.
Yeah, date night or something.
Yeah, but
trying to impress your missus early days.
Yeah, let's go to the reptile park. And I remember seeing this thing and just being like, that sucks.
Two things. If I had kids, I'd do it, but like I think zoos are kind of boring. Like the animals are never doing anything sick.
I do like seeing lions in captivity, big cats in captivity, things that you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah,
like I suppose
a safari would be fucking cool.
Yeah, I like the giraffes. Giraffes
feeding them and shit. That's pretty fun.
Giraffes are impressive.
But here's a second thing that you might not know, and I learned this from a bloke at work. Apparently, crocs, like the lifting of their jaw,
yes,
extremely weak.
Yes, kids can hold it down.
If you put a rubber band around it, it wouldn't be able to open it.
Yeah, that's what they reckon. Like a kid could hold them shut.
Yeah,
that's why they just do like 2 laps of gaffer tape, and it's like they're like rendered useless.
This blew my mind.
Yeah, it's like sharks. If they flip a shark upside down, they just fall asleep. They're like dazed. They're out of it,
bro. On this animal myth thing, and I saw this from who does a machine? Is that
Bert Kreischer?
Bert Kreischer. I saw it from his podcast. Are you familiar with cow tipping?
Yes, apparently that's completely made up.
It's complete bullshit. Did you see the same clip?
Yeah, but I don't know. And anyone out there in the newsroom or listening to this, like, tell us if we're wrong.
Cow, tell us.
Apparently, the thing of cow tipping is completely not true. You're from the country. You should be.
I'm a fake.
You went to our agricultural school. Like, you should be all over this.
No, I'm fake country, mate.
Yeah,
but I went in on a deep dive on this. I heard this and I went, wow, really? And I did some Googling. I watched some YouTube videos and you can't tip a cow.
There was always blokes that used to be like, going cow tipping. I've definitely had
and they were just running them over?
I don't know. No, but I've had people tell me they went cow tipping and you just take it for gospel, but
that they were lying. It turns out you would need like 15 people to tip a cow. So you come to the news for some information and we're here to give it to you.
You will learn from this podcast.
Now, are we saying you should try and hold a croc's mouth shut? Probably not. You can do that information what you will, but don't sue us.
Don't do it. And we're heading to Canada for our next story. One group of people that I love are real estate agents. A real estate agent in British Columbia has been fined 20,000 Canadian pesos for chugging a container of milk in the seller's house. This is pretty funny.
Yeah.
So this guy was selling a house, partying around, got a little bit thirsty, helped himself to some milk in the fridge.
Yes.
Got caught on a hidden camera in the house.
Yep.
And they've taken him to court and sued him for 20 grand.
on the final day of the house showings, the sellers asked him if he had anything he wanted to share with them. And they replied, the milk? The sellers barred him from ever returning to their property and subsequently released the footage of him drinking the milk online. Now, that's a fucking overreaction if I've ever heard one.
It's insanity. Also, there's a few things about it that are nuts. Firstly, going for milk when you're thirsty is nuts.
I was going to ask you about that.
That is fucking crazy. I mean, he's a real estate agent, so we know a little bit left field already, but going for milk when you're thirsty is crazy.
So where do you stand on drinking milk straight? Is that you saying
Well,
don't do it?
No, I will enjoy a glass of milk. I won't go that far.
Okay, yeah.
But when you're thirsty, that's madness.
Agreed.
Hit the tap, mate. Get some water in here. Fuck me dead. But I love a glass of milk. If I'm eating treats, if I'm into my chocolates, biscuits, little palate cleanser. So if I'm going from like a bit of caramel into something darker, hitting the dark chocolate, little bit of milk to cleanse the palate in between treats.
Love that, mate.
Unbeatable. But fucking when you're thirsty, that's fucking insanity.
Yeah, it's for biscuits and chocolate. That's what milk's for.
100%. That aside, yeah, so they hit him with a consent order. So I assume because is it stolen property? What's clients they dropped him as their agent. That's nuts.
I don't know why they haven't just let this poor fella just buy him some more milk. Like, yeah, it's pretty weird that someone in your house, that you're selling, so it shouldn't be that crazy, but like you're leaving him in there alone, and I guess they're betraying your trust. But
if I was a real estate agent, I'd be betraying trust on the daily. If I had the keys to somebody's nice house that I knew they weren't going to be there, I'd be, mate, imagine like, because I'll do it like, I'll feel guilty if I need to shit. I'm on like a job site and I won't use the people's house that we're working.
This is funny.
Because they're there. Yeah. But I'll be like, and I don't want, like, portaloos on job sites are just, that's a whole thing.
Hazardous.
But I'll be like, I'll head up to KFC or Macca's or whatever. Yep. But if I was a real estate agent and I knew they weren't home and there was like, no, I'd be dumping all over people's houses.
Dropping the kids off.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd definitely be eating food.
I would be having a little snack.
I would be hit the pantry for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's biscuits and shit, they're not going to notice is gone.
Their milk wouldn't be touched, so they would be happy with us.
I'd even go as far as like a cat nap. Like if it like
the little kid,
mate. If they've got a comfy lounge in the Arvo Sun or a little spare room that fucking no one's gonna, mate. I'm getting the head down for a little Arvo Catsy for sure.
You know what? That's for sure happened. Like a real estate agent has just been like blind one night, and like that house is closer, and they just have a kid
or kick-ons.
Or
kick-ons in, mate. If you like kick-ons, they'd be fucking in people's houses for sure. Real estate agents are fucking dirtbags.
Yeah, but that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, well,
if you were tagging along and some real estate agent just took you to someone random's house,
like a nice house too.
Yeah, I'd be like, this is fucking sick, and this is a great story.
Yeah, there would be. Reach out anonymously, real estate agents listening to this, and tell us, because I know this is happening. That's almost a rort. That's almost a nice little rort. It's a victimless crime.
Don't lie, but if you have snuck into someone's house, or I guess entered their house with keys, let us know.
Yeah, and what did you do? Tell us what you did. And it better be better than drinking their milk. All right, heading stateside again now for our next story. A woman has been forced to give her husband $1.3 million that she won in a lotto. Now, the way this one went down, Gabe, is a woman and her husband were getting divorced, and just before the proceedings began for the divorce, she was in a little lotto syndicate, and her and a heap of mates won a fucking shitload, and they all walked away with about $1.3 million each. Now, obviously, because she was going through the divorce, she kept this from her hubby, thinking that she was just going to keep the coin.
Because they're technically still married at this point.
Yeah, which they did. She started getting the checks sent to her mum's house.
Oh, sneaky.
So they've divorced. Fast forward 25 years, and it's come out that...
So it fucking took like ages for it to come out.
It's come out. He's obviously got the shits, retrospectively gone back to the solicitors and said, what can I do about this? And they said, yeah, you can actually get this money because she kept it from you. So when they were divvying up the house and who's got what and everything, she had an extra $1.3 million that she'd just come into that wasn't taken into account. She's been forced to give him the lot.
100% of it.
All of it. So she's got it. She's for the next... What's 60? She's got to give him 60 something grand for
And who knows what she's done with the money by then, you know what I mean?
She's going to have to find it. So, very funny. What would you... But you know what also...
I'm 50-50 on this.
Well, no, I feel bad for her because I would do the exact same thing.
Dude.
There is no way.
If you're in a divorce...
You're going through a divorce and you come into 1.3 million, you're going to go, oh, by the way...
Like, I already don't like... We're getting separated for a reason. Bro, the whole marriage... Anyway,
that's a whole different thing. Do you know how you could get around it? Because I've seen mates do this when they say they win on the pokies, and say you win $1,000, right?
Yeah.
And give the missus a call and go, babe, I just won 300 on the pokies.
Yep.
Come and grab half of it so I don't spend it all.
Yep.
Give her 150. Then you've still got the rest.
And
but she still thinks you've done. So if
you get to look like the good boy.
So if you won 1.3. And you go, all right, I got to level with you.
200K.
I just won 200 grand.
Yeah.
Let's take 100 each and fucking call it even. Let you walk away with fucking 1.2 and she gets 100 grand, but still thinks she's sweet. Everyone goes their separate ways. That's how I'd do it. That's how I'd do it.
Yeah, I think that's a smart play. Fuck,
Yeah.
It's funny that people actually do that.
I've been there heaps of times when blokes have won like good amount of money, a couple of grand, rang the missus and said they've won like $400, given her half of it. The girls think they're an angel. They're like, oh, he's such a good bloke. And the boys are like, let's go.
Love that.
I've never done that because I don't play the pokies, so I wouldn't do that. And also, if I did win, I wouldn't ring my missus to come and get half of it. But
yeah, well, she got unlucky that came out. I wonder how it got leaked. Did it say that in the article? Or not really?
How did it get out?
To be fair, you could not. Well, the fact that she's kept it for under wraps for 20 odd years is actually pretty amazing.
Yeah,
dude. How small the world is these days. It would get out like fucking wildfire.
No social media probably helps too.
Yeah. Oh, true. They're a bit older, were they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Married and that, you'd probably assume so.
Yes, so she's forced to pay him 20 annual installments of $66,000.
What does he look like? Is that him?
Neither of them are very good looking. She looks sad, obviously, as you'd imagine.
They look like characters out of like a show, bro.
Yeah. It's called Honey, I fucking won fortune.
Honey, I didn't win the fortune, I swear.
All right, we're heading to the nation's capital for our next story, and I'm literally only reading this story because I was sent it by a few of the punters today. Thank you very much if you sent me this story. This one, we can say the guy's name because it's in the Canberra Times. Jacob Heatley Johnson pleads guilty to sex with a goat.
Oh my God, pleads guilty.
So a man who had sexual intercourse with a goat on 2 separate occasions last year will face a sentence in the Tasmania Supreme Court in September. My apologies, it wasn't in Canberra, it was in Tassie. Who would know the difference?
That makes way more sense.
Yes, Jacob Johnston pleaded guilty to the Launceston Magistrates Court on 2 counts of bestiality. I mean, I'm literally only reading this story because people sent it to me today. Proper goat fucker, that one. I don't really know if there's anything to add to that.
I will add something to this. Have you heard the good old fashioned would you rather? It's would you rather fuck a goat and have no one know about it, or not fuck a goat and have everyone think you did?
Maybe this guy lost that game and he didn't actually do it, but now we all think he's a goat fucker. That is a terrible thing. His face and full name are there. Like,
that's tough. I mean, you did do something fucking gross.
He looks pretty distraught. How do you get caught?
The goat snitched.
How do you get caught? It is like, I think it's an old Ricky Gervais joke, but it's like, how do people in this situation get caught unless you fucking tell someone? Because the goat's not saying anything. So like, how the fuck do you fuck that up? Like,
yeah, I mean, unless you're fucking just doing it out in the open. Or
someone saw him.
Yeah, he's the first time was inside and it wasn't enough rush for him. He's like, I want to do this in public.
Out in public. The goat's owner made a formal complaint, so he noticed
this man's been fucking my goat.
Or the goat was a bit reserved. He's like, where did he touch you? Anyway, thanks for sending that one in, guys. Appreciate it. All right, heading to some Newcastle news this week, and massive news in the entertainment scene. Sir Paul McCartney is going to be playing McDonald Jones Stadium. Now, Gabe, I know you're a young man. Are you a Beatles fan at all?
I like some Beatles songs, but are they my playlist? No.
Yeah, neither. Yeah. But it is pretty
Here Comes the Sun and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, obviously the Beatles have fucking revolutionised the rock and roll, but it is pretty wild that we've had Elton John at McDonald Jones Stadium. We're getting Pink, and before Pink gets here, we're gonna have. It's in like a couple of months. Paul McCartney's gonna be playing at Mac Jones Stadium. It is pretty wild.
It's a fucking cougar's wet dream. Pink into Paul McCartney.
There are gonna be some horny old birds there. It is pretty wild. I did a silly article on the Daily Blue. Obviously, if you're listening to this, you know what the Daily Blue is. That he would be doing some warm up gigs at a couple of the karaoke joints here. But it did also jog me to the fact that, do you know who, you wouldn't know this, but some people listening, do you know who Fuck Yeah Paul is?
No.
Okay, so Fuck Yeah Paul is a very much like the Mayfield Jesus, the slow walker of Maitland Road in Mayfield.
He's got a reputation around here.
Fuck Yeah Paul is affectionately referred to as the Prince of Beaumont Street.
Ooh.
He gets to all the karaoke nights, and it would be awesome because he's Paul and we're going to have Paul McCartney. So it would be awesome to have them do like duets at karaoke in the lead up to the Mac Jones show. Fuck Yeah Paul, like if you're listening to this and you know who Fuck Yeah Paul is, he's an icon of Beaumont Street.
Has he got some pipes?
No, he's
Fuck Yeah Paul.
He's a horrendous singer, but we call him Fuck Yeah Paul because you'll just be listening to him butcher karaoke and we'll just be sitting there going, fuck yeah, Paul.
Yeah.
So it's Fuck Yeah Paul. So, but it'll be nice, I think, we kind of, if we can get a movement going for when.
If we can get Fuck Yeah Paul opening.
At least opening for him, or at least get McCartney to either the Kent or maybe the Sydney Junction to do a duet with Fuck Yeah Paul at some stage. I think that'd be pretty special.
That'd be grouse. Fucking hell.
But it is big news, and it is kind of, I don't know, like, I'm obviously biased. Like, we're biased because we live here. But I do, like, you always go like, fuck, Newcastle's booming at the moment. Like, you see how much construction's going on and there's all these trendy cafes and bars popping up and property prices are obviously fucking insane.
Which is always great for the town.
You always think, like, fuck, the place is booming. And then you see, like, Elton John coming to town, Paul McCartney's coming to town. You're like, the place is getting a bit flash.
Yeah.
Newy's getting a little bit flash.
Well, I don't know, like, if you've seen a Pink concert before. I don't know how the fuck. Have you? You've never seen footage?
No, I have. Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Bro, she doesn't touch the ground.
Yeah, she'll be like suspended from all sorts and
ribbons, fucking all. I don't know how the fuck they'll manage that at McDonald Jones.
It's an audio-visual spectacular.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to do it. Apparently, Elton John was fucking unreal. The Rocket Man. And Paul McCartney, I'm assuming it'll be fucking awesome. Like, fuck, who knows?
Will I be going? Probably not.
Nah, I probably won't go.
But I might be able to hear it from here.
You probably will, not too far.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of fucking people on their Instagram stories. So anyway, that's some exciting entertainment news for the city of Newcastle. All right, and heading north into the Hunter Valley now, there's an equine therapy program that caught my attention. Now, I just saw this story and I thought it's not particularly funny, and I don't really know where I'm going to go with it, but I just thought it was really nice. So it's an equine therapy program in Scone, which is obviously the horse capital of the country. They're just getting retired race horses and taking them to old people's homes, and it's like therapy dogs. So the old people get to like hang out and pat the horses. The horses get to see the old people. The old people get a bit of company, and I was like, that is fucking so nice.
Just the type of shit that makes you go, ah.
I was like, that's really sweet. So yeah, I don't know. This was on NBN News, but so it's horse. It's like, what's the day? It's like just the horse's birthday. I don't know. It's like some day. It's like the horse's birthday day. People listening to this will be going, you fucking idiot. I don't know. It's some day. But yeah, so they were taking, they call them like therapy horses, and they just let them hang out with the old people, and they get a little visit and they'll like pat them. And I thought it was fucking really nice.
It is really funny how we just like, people get old enough that you just start treating them like kids again.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, give them something to touch and play with.
Yeah, and they're like stoked about it.
Yeah, fucking hell.
But it did also jog my memory too, because we were like, obviously these people are about to die.
Yeah.
It did get me thinking, we were talking last week about bucket lists.
We were.
Which we forgot to get into the podcast, but now a perfect opportunity.
Mate, it was great.
Apart from patting some retired racehorses, what's on your bucket list?
So if you remember at the start of last week, if you remember from last week, I gave away one of my bucket list items, which was
I can't remember. I was going to say I can't remember what I had for brekkie, so you have to remind me.
It was record and release an album.
Yes, you're going to do a rap album.
So that's like I want to do on my time, and the next two kind of flow off that. After that one is meet Drake.
Yeah, that's fucking good.
And after that is go to a Drake show.
Yep.
So I wanted to make these like things and experiences I could do, opposed to like, I got thinking about.
Have you never seen Drizzy?
Not live.
Fuck, I've seen Drake.
Have you?
I saw him at Future. Sorry to fucking.
Fuck you.
Sorry to tick off stuff on your bucket list.
Yeah.
No, I saw him at Future Music Festival in 20. I'm gonna say 14.
Wow, that would have been good, Drake, too.
Yeah, that was like it was fucking
2014.
Coming Home.
Okay, yep.
So what album's that? Fucking Take Care,
Yeah.
maybe?
Oh,
Maybe even one after that.
I don't know.
Anyway, it was fucking awesome. And all right, you're not gonna believe me. And sorry to fucking steal your story. So what happened, right, Gabe? So say this is the stage. This is the main stage. There was this like box. There was just a little box here, and I was behind this box. So we were like miles from the main stage.
I'm so jealous right now,
bro. Just wait. You're not gonna believe me. If I had the video to show it, and I will try and dig up the video to show it, and I'll put it in the newsroom if I find it. So there's this box, right? And I said, let's just chill here because I know he's gonna end up on this box at some stage in the concert. Lo and behold, 3 songs to go, he zip lines out to this box, bang. So Drake's in front of me. He's going around the stage, and he's going like second last song or whatever, and he's going, oh yeah, like all we got. He was saying something about like, all we got to each other, all we got is love. Do you know what I'm saying to you, Sydney? And I fucking shit you not, I had the camera and he looked at me and he went, do you know what I'm saying to you?
Do you know what I'm saying to you, Bluey? He said you by name.
I think he could have said Bluey or I don't know, I can't remember, but he, not important. He looked at me and he's like, do you understand what I'm saying? And I was like, let's fucking go, Drizzy. Dude. Yeah. And I'm sure everyone who was there thought he was pointing at them. You're wrong. He was pointing at me.
That I just had a quick look on when it would have been around my favourite Drake album. Nothing was the same. Yep. That is so sick, bro. You're living my dreams.
I am. I'm living a lot of people's dreams.
Believe it or not.
If that dream is being a scaffolder, I'm living a lot of people's dreams.
Yeah, man. That's fucking awesome. And I'm very fucking jealous. And hopefully...
You can see Drake.
Yeah. And hopefully I get that experience.
You'll get to see Drake.
But you got him at a fucking good time. But like, Drake was Drake then, but like, that's the album that like put him fucking like... And now he's Drizzy Drake. And yeah, anyway. Hopefully I can get that close to him.
You will.
Fly first class.
Also flying first class.
Have you?
Flew, got our tickets.
Fucking hell.
I know. This is going to make sense though, because you know the old thing where people go to you, or just ask to get upgraded. Like they just say like, oh, if you just ask and they haven't sold the set. I thought that was fucking bullshit. So when I flew to England years and years ago to play footy, my partner at the time, her dad drove us to the airport and he said, I'll come in with you. He goes, just go and ask if there's any seats in business class. And I was like, that's not a thing. That doesn't work. That's bullshit. He came with us to the desk and as we checked in and he said, do you have any seats in business class? And the woman went, oh, hang on a sec. Yep. 2. So we flew from Sydney to Dubai in business class.
Dude.
Unbelievable.
An actual long trip as well.
Yeah, huge. So then we didn't want to go to sleep because it was a nighttime flight. You can fully recline, but we were like, we're not wasting this. We're not sleeping. So we stayed up. Whatever food you want, whatever drinks you want. But then the shit part was, so we got to Dubai and then flew to London. We had to go back to cattle class.
Oh, yeah, see, that's fucked up.
But it did happen. And I don't know, and anyone ring up, tell us you've had the same thing. But that did, and then I've tried it since and they're just like, shut up, can't, like, no. Okay. But yeah, it's amazing.
But it's worth a crack at.
Great thing to have on your bucket list. It's definitely worth a crack. Get in the habit of anytime you fly anywhere, just ask.
Yeah, fuck. I will be, mate. I fucking will be.
Be shameless. Like, definitely ask.
This one's a timely one from my list. Euro summer. I'm seeing the stories. I want to do a couple months in Europe, just fucking going around that whole place. Fucking looks beautiful. That's
all I'm doing next. I'm going next year.
Yeah?
I have to. It's pissing me off how much fun it looks like.
Mate, I'll have to join and we'll have to podcast from Europe.
Yeah, we should do it like a week in Ibiza and do the show from Ibiza.
God, that would actually be great content, to be fair.
It wouldn't, because I'd be fucking that hungover every day.
People would love it, I think. I got 3 more. One's pretty mundane. The next one's go to a Rabbitohs grand final.
Yeah.
Which is definitely plausible.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Have/attend awesome boat party. So I can kind of roll that into the Euro summer.
You could knock a couple of birds off with one stone.
But like, I want like a big boat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like those big fucking boats where you can walk around freely. You can fucking... So I want to be on one of them or attend one of them. And the last one, just because I was trying to, I guess, beef up my list, would be skydive. Which is another easily one that I can tame, just because I would feel scared.
Yeah.
And I'll overcoming that would be cool, I think.
That's the first one on my list. So I had a pretty short list because...
You've done everything.
Well, I've done everything, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just look at my list, you've done fucking half of it.
I was trying to think and I was like...
Have I
Fuck,
been on
I've lived a
party?
blessed life. And there wasn't, but it was skydiving and bungee jumping. I actually got, my dad's birthday was not long ago, and we got him tickets to go skydiving. So, and it's fucking nearly 12 months ago. The one time me, my brother, and my dad could all get together to go, we got to the airport and the plane was on the runway with a fucking crew of blokes around it changing a tyre.
You
And I was
fucked,
like,
you got fucked, didn't you?
and I was like, they're like, oh, can you wait here for 6 hours while we change a tyre? I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, also, by the way, I don't want to fucking get in that plane now because it's like, it's obviously you didn't do. I was like, no. They were expecting you to like sit there for 6 hours while they got it up and running. I was like, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck that.
So Scott,
And they weren't going to like honour your thing, is that right?
oh no, they said, oh, they were like, no, it's part of your
If you leave,
contract
like
if you leave. And I was like, no, it's not. I'm not waiting here for 6 hours. I get fucking 1 day off a week. I'm not. Give me my fucking vouchers back and I'll rebook. And
Yep.
then
Haven't rebooked.
the shit caved and I never rebooked. But skydiving definitely on the list. Bungee jumping definitely on the list. And a weird one, but one that I think would be quite satisfying. I want to learn to play the drums.
I was thinking about an instrument thing. I don't know if I had time or patience, but drums is a fucking awesome
Drums
one.
is cool. Like drummers are the fucking coolest dudes.
Yes, and they get no love on a stage, which I hate. Whenever I see a live band, I'm always like looking past.
It's
the
only 'cause
fucking
they're at the
singer.
back.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're that fucking man.
But there's like drumming's sick, and I don't have any natural rhythm, so I was like, it would be fucking very cool to learn to play the drums. But that was the three that I could think of. But like, fuck, we also, I don't know, life's pretty good anyway.
Yeah, oh fucking.
But I have been pondering death a lot lately too. I don't know why. I think it's 'cause I'm getting old. I'm like, fuck, man, I wonder what happens.
Dude, I don't have a fucking answer for you.
No, not many people do. Well, religious people think they do, and they'll tell you.
But you know what? From a nice philosophical standpoint, on a podcast I was listening to before you got here, they're like, it's really funny to think that everything we're going through is just a blip in time.
It is.
It's just nothing.
It's not, and that's what I always think. Not to get too deep for you, Daily Blue News listeners, but I just always think none of this matters at all. It's like when you're taking the plunge with doing something like this, and you think, "Fuck, what are people going to think? What am I doing?" Just do it because we're going to die anyway. None of it matters at all. Mm-hmm. So just fucking do it.
You're feeling nervous because like, oh no, I might look silly if I ask for a business class seat.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Just do it.
You end up in the exact same position that you were in before.
Yep. You want to start a podcast,
Or you
just
might get a
fucking do
business
it.
class seat.
Exactly.
There's been inspiration for you guys, but you didn't think you were going to get that, did ya?
That was a nice way to end that segment.
That's great. Now let's talk about shit and farts.
Back to poo-poo and PPs.
Yeah. All right, in sporting news this week, somehow Gabe's managed to slip a TikTok in. Beautiful.
Only because I felt like we should see the footage.
It is. It is. There was one of the refs made a very good try saver on the weekend. Obviously, it's gone to TikTok. What game was this in the Roosters? Brizzy and the Roosters.
And this is a try for all fucking money.
It is. So Reece Walsh goes through, steps, flicks the ball inside to, I'm not sure who it was, but he's run into the ref.
Just the back of him, and he's like, yeah, that was fucking try.
It was
deluxe.
very funny.
And the refs fucking saved him, but they didn't save the Roosters because the Roosters still got rolled.
Yeah, it didn't make a difference in the end, but it was very funny.
Roosters suck, man.
Trooks have had a bad year. Trooks have had a bad year. I know you're gonna be enjoying that as a Souths fan, but the Trooks haven't had a good year. Taking us to our next story, you would have noticed on the weekend that all the NRL players had the NRL logo on their jerseys covered with some tape as part of the ongoing spat between the RLPA and the NRL. I don't know what that's meant to do.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I don't know. Like, I know they're
It's
like
a statement.
It's a statement. I don't know what kind of statement it is.
It was also pointed out to me that like the logo was still on their shorts as well.
Yeah, which I didn't realize, but that's funny.
Yeah.
I think. Look, I'm not fucking calling these guys pussies. Like, they're obviously fighting for something. But anyone I've seen that wants to take any action, I watch. Like, I got a few mates that are wharfies. I got a few mates that are teachers. Anyone with any nuts who wants to get anything done goes on strike.
I don't want that.
I don't want it either, mate. But if they're fair income and if they got any balls, go on strike.
Bluey, stop calling for. You're not calling for a strike.
If they're fair income about what they want.
You're so right, but I don't want to see it.
And you know what? I don't like. I don't know. Like, if they go on strike, they're not going to get their matches either. So I don't fucking. If they're fair income about what they want, They should do what everyone else who's fair income does and go on strike.
Yeah.
Don't put a bit of tape on your jersey. Don't fucking not talk to the media. Go on strike, because I guarantee if they strike up, they'll get what they want pretty quickly.
Yeah, you are right.
I know I'm right. And I'm not trying to encourage a player strike, but if they're fair income, the Volandis will shit himself and they will get whatever it is they're fighting for.
It's a weird
very,
power
very
dynamic,
quickly.
Bro. Like, because if they just say, this is what we want, and like Volandis, and you know, Blue and I haven't really given you much context if you're not an NRL fan. And to be fair, we probably don't have much. All we know is that NRL players want something. I'm under the impression it's not even money.
It's not to do with money. It's to do with
compensation and healthcare.
Yeah, it's to do with getting surgeries when they're done. They want, and it's also to do with like medical data and how the players' data is stored. It's to do with they want players to be able to. There's a pot of money that they can get, like they can access for like surgeries and stuff.
Yes.
But then they're saying after 12 months of being retired,
you don't get access.
So these blokes that are retiring have got to get like fucking 7 surgeries as soon as they retire. They want them to be able to get that for longer. It's all stuff, but the Fox News do a really good job of painting it that they're just after money, which is not the case at all from what I understand.
I'm with you,
but they do a really good job of painting it. So they just want more money. That's not what it is. It's all this other stuff that not a lot of people know about. We obviously haven't done any reading about it,
yeah.
But if they're fair income about what they want, go on strike.
Yep.
Don't play, because you'll get what you want really quickly. But I don't know. That's obviously not good either, because we get no footy. But
yeah, no footy for us, and then no money for them or whatever. It's a pretty crazy situation.
The fucking NBA sat out the whole season once.
Did they?
Yeah, to like fucking, I don't know when, I can't remember what year it was, but They sat out a full year. Like the whole league went on strike. The players went on strike, and they missed a full season.
I guess the only difference there is the minimum wage for an NBA player is way more than the minimum wage for.
Yeah, but they probably weren't getting paid when they weren't playing. This was a long time ago too. It was before they were getting hundreds of millions. Like they were still would have been getting paid handsomely. But I don't know. That's my take on that. If they're fair income, fucking strike up, boys, because you'll get it. Strength in numbers. Our final sports story for the week takes us to AFL Victoria, and one footy fan, one fucking lunatic, lost $1 million on the weekend because he had a punt on Carlton and Collingwood. I think he put $1 million on Collingwood to beat Carlton.
Correct.
Which I think Collingwood were meant to be favourites.
Yeah, we had to talk to the Sunday service boys. Taylor over there likes the AFL, and he said that on paper is a good bet. Like a top of the table team against someone who's pretty notoriously shit.
Yep.
It was the upset of Durham, and
they were paying $1.40, and he put $1 million on it, so he's obviously going to make $400K, which I mean is a lot, but comparatively, you're staking $1 million. It's fucking pretty crazy. Anyway, doesn't matter because you fucking lost it.
Bro, I've thought about doing, surely everyone's thought about doing something like this. Like, it's so short. You're like, if I just put so much money on it, it's a guaranteed win, and that's still $5,000 if I win.
That's the idea. Like $1 million, but who's got $1 million to punt? Firstly,
back when Winx was running, it would have been its last race or something. Like, I was looking at a betting app, and I just loaded up. Like, I didn't. Obviously, my money wasn't in there, but I was just seeing what the return would be if I put all my money in there, and I was just like, I should fucking do this. But
yeah.
You obviously don't pull the trigger on something like that because you're not a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, well, that's the risk.
Yeah,
but it is.
I would have won though.
It is if you looked at it objectively, $400K return for 30 seconds of work is a lot.
Yeah,
but you're still staking $1 million, and you can lose, which fucking happened. That's nuts.
You play silly games, you win silly prizes.
Yeah, that is berserk. Who's got $1 million to fucking punt? That's crazy.
Hopefully he has the money. Hopefully that wasn't his life savings.
Yeah, or he didn't borrow it. Oh boy. Guys, that's all our sporting news this week. Guys, it's that time of the podcast where I have some yummy food and tell you guys all about it. Welcome to this week's edition of Daily Blues Chews.
Guys, it's chew time. I've had the stitches removed from my forehead. Hairline still receding, but that's besides the point. We're having what's not exactly an institution in Newcastle, but it's well on the way to becoming one. Angejitos, Mexican. This joint, in my opinion, best Mexican in Newcastle. We've just gone straight up the guts. We've just got a classic beef burrito. Feast your eyes. We have had a couple of schooners as well, so I'm aware I'm going to become accused of being a soft scorer because I'm just giving out fucking big scores all the time. If you can have angejitos and score it any less than what I'm going to give it, you're a fucking harsh judge. Let's go.
Head shake again.
I mean, it's just insane. Look at it. I mean, the avocado's fresh. The meat, fuck knows what they do to the meat. I feel like they slow cook it and then finish it on the pan. So it's crispy. Fresh salad, beans, guac, sour cream, cheese. It's the shit. It's a 9.1.
Wow.
Angelina's a 9.1. I know I'm a soft scorer. If you don't like it, fucking fuck off. That's a review.
If you don't like it, fuck off.
As soon as I cut into that burrito, I was like, because I've gone pie mechanic, then I've gone.
You're going to good venues.
Mate, I'm going to the fucking gun joints. I've
Yeah.
gone pie mechanic, Mr. Schnitzel, Warner's Bay,
In Dandy.
in Angejitos. Like, they're all fucking 9s every day of the week.
Yep.
If you disagree, you're either a fucking you're a snob or you're an idiot. Like, that's just how it is. I know I'm worried about people going to be like, you're not giving any bad scores. These joints are all fucking outstanding. Mm-hmm. If it was shit, I'll tell you it's shit. But I'm going with some fucking nice joints.
He's not going to go out of his way to get yourself something shit. Maybe it's a smoko and you just try somewhere and it's shit, you'll let him know.
100%. And I'll still be like, guys, it's probably not going to be that bad. Look, places don't survive if they're complete dog shit. Mm-hmm. Especially, like, we're in Newcastle, like, it's fucking competitive. If places are bad, word gets around really quickly and they die, unfortunately. So that's just how it is. If you think I'm being a soft touch.
At Angejitos, is it like a kind of just from the menu operation, or are you kind of like building your burrito?
Nah, it's just like from the menu.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very like the dudes from Southern Cali. It's like very like SoCal, like authentic. It's the shit.
The things that fucked that for me, obviously the cheese.
Yep.
No sour cream for me, no avo for me.
Do you like Mexican? You wouldn't like Mexican. You mustn't like Mexican then.
Well, I just do it without those things.
How you do? You
got rice, you got your meat, you got your
That's
No.
That's it.
I was trying to pico de gallo.
Oh, that's
You got some spicy sauce.
Yeah,
You got your
man.
rice. I don't know if I said that yet.
It's not the full experience. You said, don't worry, bro. You said
There's
it. You got rice and
More rice.
meat and rice. Yeah. So anyway, that's this week's chew, guys. You're fucking welcome. It is time for the part of the podcast that is. It's already our favourite, but it is slowly turning into a complete fucking lunatic asylum. I did vet the calls this week, but some fucking nonsense still got through. I also do need to apologise because this segment has just skyrocketed in popularity. I have found I'm missing some stuff. So, like, if you guys send them through to me and don't hear it, there's a good chance I just missed it because I'm getting a lot of them and I'm not saving them immediately, and then I just get to another one. I'm fucking sorry, all right? I'm doing my best, but you guys are sending a lot in and we fucking love it. It's a lot of fun. Let's get stuck into this week's edition of the Daily Blue Dial-In.
Gabesaurus, Hollywood Flu Blue. How are we, legends? I'd like to stay anonymous for this one because it's a bit of a legal activity, a rort, as some would say.
Oh.
My favourite rort was going to Dan Murphy's and getting a case of the cheapest wine you could get, flip it upside down, pull all the wine out, fill it with vodka or rum, tequila, whatever you wanted. Anyway, have a good one, fellas.
I'm sorry. I'm going to need more details. What, so you would get a box of wine?
It's like a goon box.
No, I think he's talking a fucking, like a box, like a 6-pack of fucking Jacob's Creek, like a six bottles of Shiraz. Take them out and put spirits in. But aren't they going to see that the box was open and then have a, like...
So what if he's done it this way? Goon box kind of pulls the cardboard out from underneath it, stuffs like the bottles in that, then...
No,
but it's not going to fit in there, is it?
No, that's... I don't want to call bullshit on the rort. Like, if it's a good... I'm going to need more... I need more to fucking get behind that one.
You do it again and film it. Give us a visual.
Yeah, the boys here with another fiver for ya.
Let's go.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody! You could trouble
Do you
me.
want to do these one by one? So this is our mate that gives us the 5-pack, and you got to guess what movie they're from and which character.
Yeah, I'll be lucky to get some. So yeah,
Do you know who that was?
I mean, knowing our friend here, I'm guessing it's Will Ferrell again.
Oh, but you're on the right path. It's Ben Stiller, White Goodman, Dodgeball. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you'll go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. Check out the name.
Damn, these all ring bells, man.
It's Ben Stiller again.
Oh, I'd say it might be a theme again this week.
Yeah, I think he's picked Ben Stiller movies. It's Ben Stiller in he's the orderly in Happy Gilmore.
Ben Stiller used to be so good, man.
He's the man.
You're in my world now, Grandma. I can derelict my own balls, thank you very much.
It's Derek Zoolander.
Yeah, I see that.
I can derelict my own balls.
Mostar, bitches. Spanish language news. Tonight's top story. The sewers run red with Burgundy's blood.
I'm gonna guess it's Ben Stiller.
It's Ben Stiller
I'm on the board.
in Anchorman when he bobs up in the Spanish language news team when the news teams fight each other.
Oh, you can milk anything with nibbles.
That's a great quote.
That's Gaylord Fokker from Meet the Parents or Meet the Fockers.
Oh
one
yeah,
it was.
I need to.
You need to bone up on your movies.
Yeah, I need to. I love all those movies. That's the thing. I'm just not in depth with the quotes.
You got to fucking. That's all. Because do you know why? Because all we did when we were of that age, and that's like blokes my age, so like from probably 33,
Yep.
sort of down, or up. Sorry.
Yep.
All we did at school for fun was quote those movies.
Yeah.
So you would get a few of them under your belt, and then just like all we'd do at fucking recess would just be like, nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Like, and then you were like the funny guy if you could fucking
Remember the name.
If you had a good few of them up your sleeve, you were the fucking funny guy. And yeah. So anyway, that's your homework, mate. Bone up on your quotes.
Hey fellas, I've called in with a rort I used to run when I was living in a rural community in WA.
Love it.
Rort
I
report.
worked at a servo where I had to pump the fuel by hand because the bowsers had cages around them to stop people stealing the fuel. Well, the council used to give people without jobs dockets that just said full tank on them. So I'd fill the tank up, then write down whatever she cost and how many litres it was. I figured out I could pocket the cash people gave me throughout the day, then just add those litres to the dockets when people would rock up with them. And it would even out when we did tills because the fuel was accounted for on the dockets and so was the money. I did this every day for 6 months.
Bang.
So don't tell me dole blood just don't do anything for this country. Without them, I couldn't afford my first car. Cheers, boys.
He bought his first car with the money.
That's great. That's a great rort. Rort on, mate.
I think that's right on.
Yeah.
Because he's stealing from the government.
Yeah, they're getting their fuel. The other people are getting their fuel. No one's out of pocket.
I mean, he's only either stealing from the government or fucking fuel companies.
Yeah.
Right on.
Right on, mate.
Play on. Love it. Love it.
Bluey, currently at Men's Gallery in Melbourne.
That sounds like a strip
Phone's
club.
on 1%.
Oh.
About to get kicked out. Funny that I know random numbers off by heart, and I know number from back in the day, and I'm gonna ring him on a payphone and tell him that I'm gonna grab a stepladder, knock him out, and if he ever comes to Perth and talks shit about Bam Bam or anything again, he's got nothing to worry about, because if he catches me in a dark alley, I'm gonna knock him out.
Should we run that and just bleep the name?
Yeah. It was very funny. A threat for from a strip club in fucking Perth.
G'day boys, Glenn up here in Brisbane. First time caller, 5th time trying to record it because I literally fucking spew every time I mention not eating cheese. A weird cunt. Fuck. Anyway, up to Mighty Broncos.
Well, yeah.
In good one south. Fuck, we'll take Adam Reynolds. That's a good one. Let him go, you fucking idiots.
Oh, right, I'm with you
that's
now.
a slag straight at Gabo, something new.
Yep.
That's
The
two.
Knights, they're going alright. Mighty Maroons, fuck yeah, happy consolation win. Quick question. Have you ever seen a baby crow? Where do they keep them? It's the other baby birds. Never seen a baby fucking crow.
Don't think I have.
I was a bit confused why he's saying fuck the Rabbitohs, but then he went for the Broncos and they stole Adam Reynolds.
Yeah.
No, never seen a baby crow.
Baby crow. Yeah, I can't say I have.
Are they just spawning?
Maybe they just come out full grown. I don't know.
I always wig out when I see crows a bit because you know that old saying about them. They like represent like death and shit.
Yeah, they're not. Birds in general make me a bit uncomfortable. You don't know what they're going to do.
And crows are mad smart.
They're apparently unbelievably smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. That's a good one, mate.
I'll keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out for some baby crows.
Yeah. Bluey, mate, it's fucking Jazza from Down Under. I fucking just want to bring up a quick quarrel I have. Fucking cunts in Bunnings that park in the trailer parking with no trailer. I just fucking went to Bunnings because I snapped a drill bit and I had to quickly get one of a trailer. I had to park all the way at the back because old bloody Karen and Sue decide that their little Tucsons need to sit at the front in the trailer spot. Anyway, also, one more while we're at it. Oh shit, nearly hit. One more while we're at it. Would you beat a dog? Any dog? Would you beat it in a fight off that dog fighting we were talking about? Cheers, boys.
So, first of all, love the intensity.
Yep.
Love the passion. Love the fact that he's obviously driving while he's recording that. And I joked about it the other week. Don't drive and record. Pull over, record, you dial in, and then continue on with what you're doing.
100%.
Sorry, I joked about it the other week. Obviously, he's fucking done it literally. That's not that big. It seems like a pretty serious gripe. People parking in the trailer things with no trailers. Are you much of a Bunnings man?
I mean, I don't have to attend there very often, but I feel like people in wheelchairs and that would identify with this man. People taking parks they're not supposed to.
People taking handicap spots. I think probably pinching the trailer spot's a little bit more common than taking a handicap spot. You would like to think.
What about like mum or like baby parking spots and that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Can you park in them?
No, I don't. Nah, that's a victim. That's not a victimless crime. Don't do that. Don't do. I feel like I have to tell people now because if I don't tell them, they'll do it. Like this fucking cunt.
Just push a baby a bit further.
And then what was his other thing? What sort of dog could you beat in a fight?
Yeah, could you beat any dog in a fight?
I'm sure I could take a little Foxy or a fucking Jack Russell or something, but again, I couldn't do it in here.
No, obviously not. It's more about where what you're physically capable of.
Physically, mate, like I'm a pretty big guy. Like
German Shepherd, yes or no?
No, they're pretty
Life
aggressive.
or death?
They're attack dogs, man.
Life or death, you don't have one?
Yeah, I'd Will Smith it.
Yeah.
Like in I Am Legend.
That's what
once you get it in a headlock, just don't let go.
Life or death, I could take any dog.
Yeah. No, not any dog.
I'm not coming out scot-free, but I'm coming out the victim.
Not any dog. There's some like
dog.
Have you seen John Jones' dog?
No.
That's your homework. You're not taking that.
Zoolander, John Jones' dog.
Hello, Dave from
Dave. Sleeping Bag Dave.
Hold it in any longer after hearing your rant about Nickelback. Have a look at what their first name was, and you two are exactly the same. The Village Idiots. You like thick-crusted Domino's Hawaiian pizza, and if I hear that on a construction site, I'm fucking throwing myself off the edge. Boy.
Dave's dial-ins are the fucking best.
So Dave's not a Nickelback fan. So that must have been their name, Village Idiots, before they were Nickelback. That's Dave,
disappointing, Dave.
That is disappointing. You've given a lot to this podcast in our first few months of existence, and to hear you ring up and say something like that, fucking.
He's right about the pizza though. That's a shit pizza. Thick crust Hawaiian.
That is a horrendous pizza. I will. Yeah.
Do you go thin crust?
I'm happy with whatever. I mean, thick's not your first choice. Thin's surprising. Thin's pretty underrated. Nice, thin and crispy.
That's my go.
Yeah, but especially Domino's too. I mean, you gotta enhance it where you can. It's pretty ordinary pizza, but yeah. Sorry to hear you don't like Nickelback, Dave. I thought we were getting along pretty well before.
Fuck you, Dave.
Blue, Gabe,
Oi.
how you going?
Well, mate.
Good.
Question for you. You've just eaten a delicious marijuana brownie. And you've got an hour before it's kicking in. What snacks are you getting from the servo? Salt and vinegar chips and a block of Oreo chocolate for me.
Nice.
What do you reckon?
Salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar is an odd choice, but I do appreciate the going like sweet and salty. Like get something you can go, because like if I've made the mistake before where you just get chocolate and then you just make yourself sick.
Especially when you're cooked.
Yeah, but an experienced campaigner put me onto the fact that if you get like a salty treat as well, so like your fucking chippies or whatever, you get more longevity, so you can eat fucking way more. Like you can just rock it back and forth. So but me, I've said it before. Red Rock delis, like sweet chili sour cream Red Rock delis, you can't be beaten. And I'm a double coat Tim Tam. Like if I just had to go one sweet, one salty.
So we only get two. Yeah, that's probably a smarter way to do it.
I mean, because
we're going forever.
Because obviously I'm getting the whole fucking treat aisle. Yeah. But if I had to nail it down, a double coat Tim Tam and a pack of Red Rock delis, sweet chili sour cream.
Sweet chili sour cream, disgusting chip blue. I'm gonna get some chips though, and I'm gonna go Red Rock deli, and I'm gonna go honey soy chicken.
A good chip.
Yep, and I don't know if I'd go the Bicky angle. I might go like some Sour Patch Kids, watermelon. I'll get some mixed ones so I can like keep myself entertained.
So lollies.
Yeah, but I would probably pick the watermelon ones. But if I'm gonna keep myself entertained,
I'm a hard chocolate man.
I'm recently being swayed because I fuck with Chalky so much.
The last like 2 weeks. I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm going to say it because this is a safe space. The last 2 weeks, I've been eating like close to, you may not believe this, but I've been eating either a full block of chocolate or 3 bars every day at work. So like I have my smoko in the truck. Like it's a stress thing because I'm like under the pump.
No, eating Chalky for stress is...
Right. And it's fucking unreal. And do you know the other thing? I don't know if it's because I've been busy. Like I don't feel shit. I thought I would feel sick. It's probably coming. I'm probably going to get diabetes or my teeth will fall out.
Yeah.
I've been eating fucking so much chocolate lately. I just sit in my car and I'm like, I get like 5 minutes to myself and I'm like, like munch. And then I'm like, oh my God, I feel so good. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking bad.
Chalky makes me like get pimples and shit.
Yeah, I mean it's coming. Like there's something coming. But at the moment I'm just like, fuck it. It's so good.
What bars are you getting?
Fuck bro, whatever's cheap.
Yeah, whatever's on sale, twofers.
Yeah, and then it keeps it interesting for me.
Yeah.
So like whatever's cheap, I'm generally getting something different every day.
Do you do cherry ripes?
Yeah. No. I do it all, mate. I fucking do it all. I don't discriminate.
Chalky in it, he's having it.
I don't discriminate. I'm such a guts. I got to stop. But today to try and wean myself off it, I got a pack of Red Rock delis and a Coke no sugar. Because all this sugar's got to be fucking doing something. So, yeah. Shout out the treats, though. How good are fucking treats? Fucking oath. It's nuts, man. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy behaviour. It's not right. I wish I was joking. I can show you the receipts.
I believe you can.
Yeah. It's fucking nuts. And still going home and eating dinner too. Like it's not ruining my appetite at all. I'll probably have some tonight.
Oh, fuck you, cunt.
Love the party, fellas.
Thank you, brother.
I've been watching and listening since day one. But I've got to say, you've only got to listen to it. The audio is fantastic. But if you go on YouTube and watch these two cunts, mate, the way you sit cross-legged and one cunt's got fucking tight tracky pants on, mate. I can see your nuts. You got the cross legs. Don't do it to us. It's gonna. The visuals are too much. Just listen to audio. You can listen to everything and absorb it, but the visuals are fuck me over. Don't do it.
Or like you may want the visuals too.
You know what's funny about this is I've started wearing tracky pants because the first episode I did in shorts, and one of the comment sections was like, "Gabe, put some fucking pants on," and I just have every time since. And now I'm getting sprayed for the trackies.
Yeah, you know what? You get a fucking dinner and a show if you watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, you know what? If you're an audio listener only, the studio is awesome and immaculate, and you couldn't ask for a better setup.
It's win-win.
Evening, fellas.
Evening.
I'm glad I'm alive and glad you are too.
Thanks, man.
I got caught wanking the other day by my missus. That was fucking embarrassing.
Fucking oath.
I got caught by my parents when I was younger. Like, my old boy caught me fucking once or twice. You know, typical get your hand off it sort of shit.
Get your hand off it.
But, bro, I got fucking caught by my missus, and that shit's mortifying.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone either in the comments with the same experience, or if you guys have been caught out, raise your hand. Love yous.
Love you, brother. That's a fucking...
That I wish he told us a bit more about that.
Yeah, I need to know how.
How she reacted, how it happened.
Yeah, no, I'm too old. I'm too wily with my wanks to get caught now. I know when and where and what I can get away with, and I've got a pretty... Me and my missus have been together for will be nearly 5 years, so I'm pretty aware of her routine, mate. She's not sneaking up on me.
Yep.
I'm not getting caught. I'm not getting caught.
Yeah, that sounds like a bit of a headache. Like, depending on how much you're rooting your missus, like she catch a wank and you might be in a bit of strife.
Yeah, for sure.
But
for sure, that's a can of worms.
Yeah, but I have been caught wanking once, not by my partner, but back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You ever get caught back in the day at all?
Bro, no, I was pretty crafty.
You've always been crafty.
Yeah, I'm a pretty sly operator.
Oh.
Unless I did and I've repressed it, but I don't. Nothing's coming to mind. I'm pretty.
My brother got caught wanking. Shout out to Sam. He fucking listens to this. He got caught 100 times.
Didn't deter him. Just fuck it.
He was a horny bugger back then, old Sam. But I got caught once, but like it was so fucked. Like my dad just came in the room, like quickly, like was putting something in my room, and he just goes, "Here's this," and walks out, and I'm just like, "Oh fuck."
Fuck yeah, that hurts.
And then like, what do you like? I remember going out, like I have to wait in there and like obviously finish the job and then go back out.
You don't have to finish the job. You don't have. No one's
I don't think I did.
No one's got a gun to your head. No, I have to finish.
When you're that young and horny, mate, it feels like
yeah, very true.
But I go out. I'm like I live with my dad. Like I got to face him at some point, and so like I just go out there. And I'm like, "Oh, you want a cup of tea?" He's like, "No, mate," and I was like, "Yeah, right."
Just trying to small talk your way out of it.
Oh, shout Dad, he might hear those too.
Yeah, fucking, his son's a wanker.
G'day, boys. Big Lockie Robbo here.
Lockie.
Two things I just want to say. Go the Knights. Well done. 28-6 against the Raiders. Absolutely fucking beautiful. And second of all, I want to ask you guys this. And if you don't want to answer it, that's totally fine. But I just want both of you guys' perspective on this. What do you guys think about The Voice to Parliament?
Shout out, Lockie. First person to ever ring up with a serious question. And fucking guess what, mate? This isn't the place for it. I don't know, mate. I'm fucking ignorant cunt when it comes to like everything. This is another thing that like it sounds like it's a really important issue. Like an Indigenous voice to Parliament on the surface sounds like it's a no-brainer and it should be fucking a thing. I don't know enough about it either way to say if it actually should or not. But just purely on the surface, from what I know about it, it sounds like we do need an Indigenous voice to Parliament. It sounds like the yes vote is what you should be voting for. But again, I don't know the pros and cons either way. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Lockie, loved your enthusiasm, mate. I got nothing for you on the second half of your question. I don't know.
But yes, go the Knights too. They did beat the Milk on the weekend.
Here's the more important part. Bluey, did you tip the Knights?
No, I tipped the Raiders.
I told you to tip them, bro.
You did. Did you tip them?
Fucking oath I did.
How you going? You tipping comp?
Well, I fucking nearly got the perfect week. I got fucked the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, I'm coming third still, so all good, eh?
Boys, I've just woken up after working a shift that went way longer than was supposed to into deep dark hours Saturday night. But look, I just want to call in to say, look, Bluey, I'm with you. You know, wiping between the nuts is the way. You know, if you wipe back to front or whatever the fucking other way is, you know your ass isn't clean. We dirty cunts just walking around shit in your ass.
What are you saying?
You know, it's got to be between the balls or it's not fucking clean. Like I've tried the other way, but you know, like it's like a routine now.
Bruh.
Can't fucking change that. Also, you're talking about bucket lists. I'm heading to the Gold Coast next weekend. And my bucket list is sneak a little bag rack on the plane. I've got a few ideas on how to do it, but I might get back to you and let you know if it's successful. Well, I mean, yeah, probably.
We'll be talking about him next week as one of our headlines, I think.
What a fucking maniac. He's rang up with the wiping and then doubled down and said he wants to smuggle drugs on his bucket list.
Oh,
I can't condone. I'm going to condone the wiping. You're obviously a genius for that, but
disgusting.
Smuggling, don't do that.
Yeah, don't smuggle drugs.
Don't. That's a terrible thing to have on your bucket list, mate. And don't ring up and let us know how you went because there's a fair chance you're getting banged up. You're getting locked up if you fucking try that, you goose.
Oh, mate, what an idiot. He's wiping towards his nose.
G'day, Bluey and Gabe. Lockie here. I'm halfway through a run. That's why I'm a bit puffed. I got to the point of the run where I went, holy shit, I need to shit. I know last week was all about talking about shit.
Every week.
But public toilets, I got a mate of mine that uses them all the time and is happy to do it. That's the first time in my 30 years of existence that I've ever used one. What the fuck? They are fucking horrible. Lake Macquarie fucking council city rates are expensive. Get some better toilet paper, cunts.
Yeah, public toilets are rarely pleasant.
Where do you stand on public toilets?
Oh, if they're like bare necessity, like if they have to be used, I will do it. But like they're fucking rough. But I'll shit. I will, like if I'm desperate, I'll shit in a portaloo on a job site. Like,
if you got to go, you got to go.
But I mean, like. If you can hang on, drive to a Macca's or something. They're pretty crook.
You know, if you're fucking on the dark end of a night and you're fucking at a club and you got to shit, I'll go.
I've shit at nightclubs heaps. Man.
Yeah,
I've shit in a nightclub before. I've shit in a public toilet. There are some certainties with this, like in this life, is death, taxes, and this podcast preaching the subject of shit and cheese. It's just a certainty. It's just the poo-poo podcast.
Yeah, we've unlocked the door and the call. I think we did a pretty good job avoiding it, but the callers are not letting us.
Fair play, guys. If that's what you want to talk about, we'll talk about it. But yeah, and I'm if you have to go, if you have to use one, but fuck, there's some pretty grim ones out there.
Yeah, they're fucking grim, but you use them. If you got to go, you got to fucking go.
It is what it is. You got to go. You got to go.
Fuck yeah, the boys. I love the pod.
Thanks, mate.
I'm here with my boys in Melbourne.
That's it.
Hey, they love us in Melbourne.
I do. It makes me quite happy people ring us from nightclubs.
Yeah.
Like fucked up from nightclubs. I'm very much enjoying that. Thank you, guys.
Boys, Gabe, Bluey,
hey.
Love the podcast.
Thank you, brother.
Keep doing what you're doing. Had a bit of a fucking big night. Dressed up as the powerfish. It was sensational, sexual, ooze sex appeal. Boys, I'm just wondering one question, right? If you had to fight toddlers in waves of 5 and you get a 10th grader every 10 rounds, how many fucking rounds do you reckon you could go for, boys?
So it's like Call of Duty
asking the real
zombies.
important shit here.
That's a ripper. Thank you very much for that question, sir. So it's like, yeah, what did you say? Like Call of Duty zombies. So you get...
And like instead of the dogs, it's like a 10-year-old.
So you get 5. You got
Five?
beat,
What's a
once
five?
you beat every 10th round, you get a 10th grade. So what's a 10th year 10? Is that 16? 16-year-old?
Oh, 10th grade or 10-year? Oh, a 10-year-old's a toddler.
Well, no, 10th grader.
Yeah, 10th
I think that's what he said. So, yeah, fucking... Or did he say 10-year-old?
I think it's 10-year-old.
Yeah, so toddlers and then a 10-year-old. Let's go with that.
Okay, so...
Fatigue none of them. It's just going to be a fatigue issue.
Yeah, agreed.
You're just going to how fit are you? And I'm like, I'm moderately fit, so I'd get through a few of them. Like a toddler's, you like kick. You could do like kick. They're gone. And then when the 10th grader gets there,
I'm doing like 50 rounds.
Yeah, it's just going to be how fit are you? But I back myself for a big score here. Hey?
Yeah, I love when it came to the animal questions. You were like, I don't know if I could do it, man.
That's a hard.
When the toddlers came around, you're like, well, it's just kick.
Yeah, I'm shitty and I've had a big day. I'm ready to kick some toddlers. Yeah, no, it's a big. I'm putting up some big numbers in that one.
50 rounds plus.
50 rounds, so that's like 2. Like there's 5. You're putting up some big numbers there too.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, great question. Great question.
Boys, how we fucking doing?
No, good.
It's Mag Dog Mac Daddy Hit.
Yeah, Mac R.
Just calling in, fucking for this week's podcast or next week's podcast, should I say? Now, some people might know my nickname, some people won't. It's a fucking throwback to when I was in the fucking Royal New Zealand Navy. So, yeah. Anyway, just calling in, fucking saying, how we fucking doing? And how fucking good is it when you're in the trades and your fucking supplier, I'm not going to name names and what company I'm with or anything, but when they throw on a fucking cheeky little bar tab for your fucking Friday Arvo entertainment. It's too good, man. Too good. But yeah, let's just say a bit pissed and fucking heading home now for some Saturday work ahead. Have a good one, boys. Cheers.
What a guy. Yeah, there's not much better. I mean, it fucking never happens in my trade, but when like a free schooner or a Friday Arvo, that's up there with fucking one of the greats. He sounded like he had more than one.
Good energy from him too.
Mad Dog Mac Daddy. What a man.
Bit Kiwi or something?
A bit of Kiwi. Mad Dog's a repeat caller.
Yeah,
we've had a few from the Mad Dog. Mad Dog, you Mad Dog. Fuck off, dog.
Another realization's just hitting me.
It's Dave.
So in those dirty, rotten fucking portaloos on site, where it's built for a fucking 2-year-old boy, no fucking real man can get his hand in the cunt, let alone his arsehole and his cock at the same time. You somehow dig your hand closer to that dirty, rotten death metal flap and you wipe towards it. Fuck, you're sick. You are fucking sick.
Is he spraying you?
Yeah, he's into me.
Good. For
Yeah.
about time someone stood up for cunts who wipe normally.
Well, I don't understand how it's any closer to...
I do agree with that, though.
You're wiping horizontally. I'm not wiping vertically, like towards the... I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you think's going on logistically with the wipe there. I mean, Portaloo's a fucking crook regardless of how you wipe. There's no
100%.
getting around that. But I appreciate the intensity, as always. It's a fucking good call.
Rolling on the back of fucking the Cheezel chat of the last episode.
Cheezels?
I'm low-key
Just to refresh everyone's memory, the Cheezel chat, we were talking Cheezels like his cheese flavouring.
Yes,
obviously.
does it taste like actual cheese?
Yes, and we were, there was a bit of debate there. It's same like chicken salt, fucking, there was a little bit of conjecture there, but just to refresh everyone's memories.
Rolling on the back of fucking the Cheezel chat of the last episode. I'm low-key hooked, cunt, like addicted to that syntho cheese, like Twisties, fucking Cheezels.
Syntho cheese.
Cheese in a can, and like I'm a junkie
Cheese
for
in a
it. It's like smack. It's like I'd put the fucking cheese on a spoon and heat the cunt up if it'd get near me quicker, you know what I mean? Cheer, boys.
Sure. You got to, some blokes just got stuff you like. Like, you just like, this guy's obviously got a fucking...
What the fuck is cheese in a can?
It's like whipped cheese, like whipped cream, but it's like fake cheese. That sounds nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some blokes just got stuff they like.
Like some people like to dress up as dogs and fucking make people roll them over. Some people like to fucking heat up cheese on a spoon and smoke the cunt.
Whatever. Like, it's a judgment. Unless you like drink driving or, you can do whatever you want here. That's what the Daily Blue Dial-ins are for. It's a safe place.
Virgin caller here.
Fellas, Kato here from Kilsyth in God's country, aka Victoria.
Ooh.
Just got a question for you fellas following the previous episode talking about having a sock on your cock. I've got a helmet. My parents thought it was a good idea to mutilate me. So I can only assume hours after I was born. I've just had a young fella myself and I didn't see fit to do that to him. So what the fuck am I supposed to teach this kid about his cock? What do you do with it? What do you peel it back and I don't know. It's fucking, it looks like a slug to me. It's fucking weird. You give us some advice, fellas. Maybe Bluey. He looks like a fella that uses his cock maybe a little bit more than old Gabe.
I'll cop it.
Let us know, boys. Keen to pass some knowledge on to the young bloke. Get on, you cunts.
Now, cheers, Kato. Thank you for the call, brother. First time caller. Love getting some first time calls. I don't want to disappoint you too much. I'm not into giving parenting advice because I'm not a parent. And I'm not into giving blokes advice about young blokes' cocks. So while I do appreciate that you've come to us with your concerns, brother, I don't know if you've got any brothers, Kato, or like an uncle or someone I don't want to give a random man advice about how to talk to his son about his penis.
That is a strange situation.
I mean, no, I do understand his concern. A really good mate of mine was having a shower with his son. He's got a young fella that they were having a tub, and his son said, "Dad, why have you got a sponge on yours?" Because he was talking about his pubes, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah,
but I don't know, mate. That's like one of the ones that you're gonna have to navigate that without us, I think.
Yeah, don't let him piss through his banger.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you.
And maybe teach him how to wipe properly, I guess. So he doesn't get teased like me. But I appreciate the call, Kato. Thank you for the call, brother.
Unky Blue, how are you, Brad? Hurricane Herman here.
Hurricane Herman?
Touching base, fucking love what you boys are doing. Young Gabo, doing the big cheese monster, fucking doing his thing.
The big cheese monster.
I was in a bit of rollover, the boys at work. I had $7,100 on the Cowboys today. Thought they were on a bit of a heater.
Oh.
Absolutely thought there'd be a special. And anyway, they've lost and it's dusted. Rollover gone, just sitting around the fire with the old man, chewing the fat, talking about how good fucking punters we are. Anyway, legend, love the podcast. Fucking chew on. Anyway. Chew on. Fuck me dead. Talking about chewing.
Spit it out.
You're actually one of the greats.
I don't know what he said at the end there. So just in case you missed that, that's Hurricane Herman calling in from the great city of Newcastle there. They have a rollover at work. So the boys throw $20 in each.
Oh, it's not as fucked as I thought.
You just keep rolling the money over.
It's a group thing.
You pick a short price team every week and just keep rolling the money over. They had 7,100. They got it up to $7 and a bit grand, and they had it on the Cowboys last weekend, and the Cows got dusted.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the game. But hopefully, I think you only start with like $20 each. So.
Yeah, the Cowboys fucked me too.
Yeah, that would have hurt. Sorry, Hurricane.
The big cheese monster.
Love you, brother. The big cheese monster.
Bluey. This one's for you, brother. What would you rather? You're sitting in your mate's absolute dungeon of a garage. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. It's getting really cold and fucking moist, and the birds are just about to start chirping. And your mate goes to the fridge and goes, "Hey, Blue, what do you want? Do you want a white rat or a black rat? What are you picking?"
Oh, the white rats, Jimmy's?
Bourbon and Coke, yeah. Jimmy's or a Rumbo. That time of night, the birds, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's too far gone. The birds start chirping, people walking their dogs and stuff. It's too far gone. But if gun to me head, I'd probably pick the white rats. Little Bourbon and Coke.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've had a Jimmy out of a can ever.
Pretty nice.
Yeah?
But in saying that, so's a Bundy and Coke too. It's really just personal preference.
Hey boys, Lockie from Queensland here.
Hey Lockie.
Hey. 6-time listener, first-time caller.
Respect.
Love it,
First of all, Gabe, big fuck you.
Yep.
Eat some cheese, motherfucker. Second of all, roared on, roared off.
Ooh.
Slightly increasing profit margins in construction jobs, if you know they're to do with the government. Did this one job for about 6 months ago now, and crept my profit margin up from about 20% to 75%. Roared on, roared off. You decide.
I'm going to sit this one out because I work in construction, so I could incriminate myself, so I won't say anything.
Government.
Either way.
Look, government job, they got the money to spend, roared on from me. Like, the amount of money that the government's spending, if you work for the government, you're making that fucking moolah.
Yeah, I will say it is, like, if you get caught, you're not going to get any more work too, so be careful.
A bit of business brain from Blue. Who knew he had it in
It's a good way. Ripping people off fucking with... I'm only saying it because I work in the industry.
Yeah.
If it was an industry I didn't work in, I'd be saying, yeah, go for it. But I've seen it happen where people fucking start tacking on extras and then next minute they're not getting any more work. So just be smart about it.
Boys, Lockie here.
Couple Lockies.
Got a bit of a question. For Gabo mostly, but
here we go.
Chicken palmies, whatever you want to call them up in New South Wales. Not sure. Victoria's chicken palmer. That's wrong if you ask me, but that's another story.
Great.
if you're going to the pub, is that what you're getting, Gabe?
What do
or
you think,
you just sticking with chicken and gravy because that's just the pussy's way out? I mean, if you go into the pub, you always go chicken parma in a pot. Like you can't go wrong with it. Hit me up, boys. Cheers.
Gabe, that one's for you, mate. What's you had a palmy before? Palmy?
Never. But he's right about calling it palmy, in my opinion. Even though I don't eat them, I think it's palmy, not palmy.
Palmy sounds right.
Yeah.
Palmy feels right for me.
What's a pot? Is a pot less than a schooner? Or is it a schooner? Or is it
a pint?
Is it a pint? There's too many questions. So fuck you for that as well.
Yeah.
Obviously no. If I don't eat palmies, I get snitties, but more often than not, I'll just get like whatever the cheapest cut of a steak is.
Yeah. Nice.
Bit of gravy, chips, gravy, veg.
Yeah. I'm chip salad Diane, man.
Or if they're doing like a chicken burger, I'll go with chicken burger. No cheese.
No cheese, obviously.
Yeah.
The cheese thing's just it's blown my mind how the cheese thing's just been taken and fucking
I didn't
run
know it was
with.
this hot of a take.
I'm going to.
Yeah, how many we got?
We got fucking heaps left. So, guys, if you send, I'm gonna play one more because there's one man that has to be played every single week.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep.
and if you send us one this week that didn't get played, I promise I'll play it next week. But it's getting late. There's fucking like 40 dial-ins every week, so I'm gonna play one more
from the OG King.
From the Don.
Boys, Dallas to the Point podcast.
Dallas.
Love the pod. Boys, the greatest rod of all time. Going 1 to 2 cents over at the Bowser, and they can't round it up to 5. The dogs, these petrol companies have been ripping us off for that long. But if you put Fitty in, you go Fitty 2 cents, you get that little squirt. Can't charge you, can't round it up to 5. One of the great rorts, let's go. Rort on.
That's why you're the Don of the dial-ins, Dal, because you fucking bring us things like that every week. Guys, that's all we've got time for this week's Daily Blue dial-ins. I'm very sorry, but it is late. It's fucking late, eh?
Yeah, it's late.
So apologies if you sent through dial-ins this week. We will get them on next week. We're creeping on fucking 2 hours again.
I know, we need to start shutting our lips, don't we?
It's just like talking, mate.
Too good at it.
Gabe, would you like to end the show with anything?
Guys, show some love to the podcast if you're enjoying it. Rate it 5 stars if you want to see a video of me getting waxed within an inch of my life. You won't be seeing the profits, but you will be seeing my reaction.
And for everyone that's commenting, sharing the podcast, sending us messages, thank you.
Put us on your stories. Tell a friend. Let the people know that they're missing out on this goodness.
But thank you too, because a lot of you have been, and the numbers don't lie. It's fucking good shit. Guys, we'll see you next week for more news. Take care of yourselves. Have a good week. Stay safe. Fucking see ya.
See ya.